Where does Jesus Christ say, I am God in the Bible?
Before Abraham was born, I am.
Have you looked into the actual Greek of that verse and what it actually means?
No.
So if you look at it, the reason why Christians cite this verse very commonly is because they say this relates to the verse in Exodus where God said to Moses, I am who I am. Jesus is using that name. Before Abraham was, I am. The Greek of John 8:58 is ego eimi, I am. Nothing more than that. And if you look at John 9:9, they inquire about a blind man and he says, I am. And if you look at the Greek of that, he uses the same phrase, ego eimi. Simple as that. The verse in Exodus where God says to Moses, I am who I am, in Hebrew is ahyei esher ahyei. When you translate that to Greek, that is ego eimi ho'on. I am the being. That's what God says to Moses. What Jesus says is simply I am. So it's not a direct reference to that phrase there. When he says before Abraham was I am, if you look at the actual context of that verse, he's saying your father to the Jews, he rejoiced to see my day. Not physically. Of course, prophetically they're informed about what will happen in the future. Prophets are told. Abraham was given a vision in the future Jesus Christ will come on earth. He rejoiced. He was happy to see that. From his offspring he will have a prophet, Jesus Christ. And then they said to him that how can you, a man who is only 50, know Abraham? And he said to them, before Abraham was, I am. His mission of coming down on earth and all of this was preordained. Not that he was physically present before Abraham, because there were many people who were present before Abraham. That doesn't make them God. Adam existed before Abraham. That doesn't make him divine. You have an individual in the Bible called Melchizedek. He has no beginning, no end. He has no mother or father, no lineage. He pre-existed Abraham, but you don't consider him as God. So just because he exists before another individual, that doesn't make you God. So